Good morning, boys. Today we will see the exercise number 3.6. That is, something is different from the previous exercise. In the previous exercise, you learned about the circle, how to find the center and radius of the circle, and finding the equation of the line tangent to the given circle by using some basic conditions. So now, in this exercise, we are going to learn about the parabola. So parabola, the name may be new to you, but actually this is, you learned already in 10th standard. You see, so these type of diagram, I hope you that you drawn in the 10th standard graph without naming this one. Clear? So this is called parabola. So this is best example for parabola is dish, and the vehicle's light, which is covered by the mirror in the shape of a curved shape, is called parabola. While you are seeing that inside of the headlight of the car or any vehicle should be in that parabola shape. Clear? So why we need to study parabola in business maths? This will be very useful to see whether the product produced by the particular company is very good or not. So basically based on the curve. So when the parabola is very smooth, then we may conclude that the product will be very good. So when that curve is not in proper like a parabola, then we will be able to say that is not that product which is produced by the company is not up to that mark. So to find the quality, checking the quality of the particular product, we are using that parabola curve. So for which you are studying the parabola in business maths. Clear? So this will be mainly used in industries and company product, the representatives who canvassing the particular company's product all over the places. So those areas should be learned through that parabola. So parabola, we have 4 standard form of the parabola. Just you see now, this is right side open, and this is left side open, and this is upwards, and this one is open downwards. This is open upwards. So how do you get this basic parabola? That's why we studied in the first exercise locus. So if this is a graph, if I am fixing the point and this is another one moving point, so I can draw a perpendicular line from the moving point. If I connect to the perpendicular line, this is L. This is moving point that you know already. Moving point is always taken as x comma y because it will be changed. So we don't know the physics, but if I am saying this is a fixed point, this is y axis and this is x axis. So point on x axis will be always, y will be always 0. I don't know what is the point that will be named always as A. Clear? So this is a fixed point. This is the moving point. So if you draw a perpendicular line from the moving point to that line which is parallel to y axis, if you measure these two distance, let's say this is M, this is S. S means focus. So we have the special name for the fixed point in the case of the parabola as focus. We don't have ellipse, so we have only the parabola, therefore. So this is always called focus. Focus sometimes denoted by S or F. Focus stands starting with the letter F, therefore this fixed point denoted by either capital S or capital F, that is called focus. So when you measure these two distance, the distance of SP and PM, you know how to measure the distance by using the formula AX plus BY plus C. This you studied already, A square plus square root of A square plus B square. By using this formula, you can measure the perpendicular length. This we did already in that previous exercise. Clear? So this is the formula to find the perpendicular distance from the point P to the point M which is on the perpendicular line. This perpendicular line is called the directrices. L is called directrices. So the distance, you know how to find the distance from SP by using the distance formula x x1 minus x2 the whole square plus y1 minus y2 the whole square. So based on this distance formula, we may able to find out the distance between S and P by using this perpendicular length of the perpendicular line from the given point, that is ax plus by plus c by square root of a square plus b square. This you studied already in 3.2, I don't know 3.2 or 3.1. So the distance of the perpendicular line, distance from 2 points, between the 2 points, when these two distances are equal, then that pathway of the P, the moving point, represent parabola. So you don't think that P will be always like this. You have P will be somewhere. So if it is there, you can draw a line, you have perpendicular line. So when you, that difference, this is P1, let's say PM1. So distance of SP1, P1 M1, SP1 is equal to P1 M1. So this will be not changed, this will be get changed. So if we going on like this P2, P3, so if we trace the pathway of this one, that will represent the parabola, depends upon the point where we will take the focus. If it is positive side, you will get first diagram. When the focus in the negative side, you will get the left side. When the focus if you take on the y-axis, you will get open upwards. When the focus on the y-axis, the negative side, will get open downwards. So depends upon the focus position, you will get any one of these four parabola. Clear? So depends upon the focus. If you take the focus on x-axis on the positive side, you will get this form. If you take the focus on the left side, on the negative of the x-axis, you will get left side open. When the focus on y-axis, if you take the focus S or F, if you take y-axis positive, you will get open upwards. When you take the focus on y-axis on the negative side, they will get open downwards. Clear? So this is very simple parabola, but you have to memorize the generalized. We have general formula for all these four types. General form of parabola like circle. So general equation of circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Likewise, we have general formula for all these four type of parabolas. Clear? So how do you find out, sir? It will be very easy. See, how do you get this diagram? Just now I explained. This open right side, you will get only when the focus on which axis? X-axis on positive side. So you will take F or S. So point on x-axis, y will be always 0. I don't know what is the point on x-axis, that will be taken as always A. Clear? Now, you have focus on which axis? X-axis positive side. Therefore, just you have to keep it in your mind, 4AX, because focus on x-axis. So focus is not on x-axis, so we have one more axis left, that is y, that you have to square it. Y square is equal to 4AX, positive side. You have to memorize like that. Focus line x-axis, you have to write 4AX, positive side, so plus symbol. Which axis is left? Y, so y square. Similarly, if you take focus on the negative side of the y-axis, that is minus a comma 0, because negative side, point on x-axis, y is always 0. Clear? As usual, focus on x-axis, therefore y square is equal to, it is negative side, so minus 4AX. I will tell you what is meant by 4A. Again, point on y-axis. So x is 0, y will be A. This is focus. So what will be the formula now? Focus on which axis? Y-axis. So here focus on x-axis, so I am writing the x-axis along with what? 4A. Likewise, here the focus falls on which axis? Y-axis. Therefore, 4A you have to write with axis. Then which axis left? X. So that is x square. That's all. Now you have to take point that is focus on negative side 0 comma minus a. Again as usual, focus on which axis? Y axis. So 4ay. Because focus on y axis, therefore you have to multiply that 4a into the particular axis where the focus lies on the axis. Then which one is left? This is negative side, therefore minus. So 1x square. So this is the way of finding that equation by keeping the diagram alone. Clear? So that general formula depends upon the focus. Positive side on x-axis, this is negative, this one. Then focus on y-axis on the positive side, first one, on the negative side, this one. So just you have to memorize in such a way. We have a derivation for bring this formula, but that is not for you. Just you have to memorize the general formula and the shape of the related to the shape of the parabolas. Clear? So once you know the general formula and diagram, then this is very simple. Clear? So now you know how to find out the diagram for the given informations and standard form for the parabola. So based on this concept, we have some problems. So when you will be saying that focus a comma 0, because on x-axis I take this is a moving point. So if you connect the moving point to the focus, then draw one perpendicular line, that is called directrix. L is called directrix. Directrix, which is perpendicular to the moving point. So when you change the P, the moving point from there, this perpendicular line will also get changed. Clear? So the point position will be get changed. When you trace the path of the point P with these conditions, you will get parabola shape. So generally it is locus of this point SP by PM is equal to E. E means eccentricity, the constant value. So E, SP by PM is equal to E. When E is equal to exactly 1, then SB by PM is equal to 1. So SB is equal to how much? PM. So this will be represent parabola. Before I explain how do you get parabola, when the distance between that S moving point from fixed point to moving point and perpendicular line from the moving point are same, then represent parabola. So generally locus of the point P with respect to F and the line, perpendicular line, the ratio of these two distance should be always equal to some constant. That constant we called as what? E, eccentricity. When eccentricity E is become 1, when you divide these two distance, it will be getting answer is 1. Then this pathway, that is locus of the point P, represent parabola. So when E is less than 1, that is less than 1, it represent ellipse. If it is E is greater than 1, then this represent hyperbola. So ellipse and hyperbola is not for you. Clear? So no need to bother about this E less than 1, greater than 1, but you should understand that sometimes they may ask in 1 mark questions, when the eccentricity of the value is less than 1, what is that? There will be option like ellipse, hyperbola, parabola and asymptotes. And you have to write when E is less than 1, you have to give the for ellipse. Ellipse is in the shape of oval shape. We have to focus. That is not necessary for you. Just for explanation purpose, I did. This is called ellipse. And this one is hyperbola. This is for when E is greater than 1. This is called hyperbola. So these two is not necessary. Clear? So just for your understanding purpose I said, but the ratio between the two distance will be equal to some constant, that is E. E is called eccentricity. When E is 1, then this represent parabola. When E is less than 1, this represent ellipse. When E is greater than 1, this will go for hyperbola. Clear? Ellipse and hyperbola is not there. So Doesn't matter about the two concept. So now we, based on this diagram, we will see the question number 1. So find the equation of the parabola whose focus. So focus is given -1, -2, focus F. You may take it as S also. Then directrices. What is the directrices? Perpendicular line. Perpendicular line to the x-axis and the perpendicular to the line from the moving point P x comma y. So the directrix L is also given, that is 4x minus 2y plus 2 is equal to 0. This is called a directrix. Directrix means a perpendicular line from the moving point, a line which is perpendicular, which is drawn from the point P to the particular line is called directrix. That is, both are perpendicular to each other. Okay. So what is the condition is given? Ratio of these two distance should be is equal to E, but it is given very clearly at is parabola, therefore E should be is equal to how much? 1. So by applying the cross multiplication, 1 into Pm, this E is eccentricity general formula, but when E is 1, it represents parabola. They are asked to find only the equation of the parabola, therefore replace E by 1, that's what wrote inside the bracket is equal to 1, Pm into 1 Pm. Now you have to find out FB, that is distance between these two. What is the focus is given? Here it focus is given -1, 2. I don't know what is the moving point x, y. So just you have to substitute in the distance formula. What is the distance formula? x1 minus x2 the whole square plus y1 minus y2 the whole square. You may have square root symbol, isn't it? To avoid the square root symbol, I told you in the exercise number 3.1 itself, squaring on both sides. So for the purpose I am squared on both sides. So I can get FB square is equal to PM square. What is FB square? Distance formula. X minus, better you always start with alphabets. X, x1, y1, this is x2, y2. x1, y1, this is x2, y2. So what is your x1? X. X minus, already minus is there, so plus 1, the whole square, plus y minus into minus plus y plus 2 the whole square. No need write square root because already we squared. What is BM? The perpendicular length. How do you find out the perpendicular length? Formula is AX plus BY plus C by square root of A square plus B square. So I am going to apply this formula with the help of the given directrices, that is 4x minus 2y plus 2 by, this will be whole square because I am squared on both sides. But the denominator square root not necessary because already we squared. So you square the number 16 plus 4. Don't put square root because already we squared. This will be square and square root get eliminated. So we will get 16 plus 4 alone. Now you have to replace. Expand this one. Expand this a square plus 2ab plus b square plus a square plus 4 is equal to, what is that? This 16 plus 4 how much? 20. You just bring it to the right side, 20 into x square plus 2x plus 1 plus y square plus 4y plus 4 is equal to, this is in the form of a plus b plus c the whole square. You have to memorize this formula a plus b plus c the whole square. So what is that? Very simple. How to memorize this formula? Doesn't matter about, just you have to square all the three terms. 16x square plus 4y square plus 4 place is not enough, and so I will just say any problem. So this is where after that, just listen here. Now expand it. X square plus 2x plus 1 plus y square plus 4y plus 4. 16 plus 4 is 20. So bring it to the left side into 20. Now a plus, just we have to square all the term with the positive. 16x square plus 4y square plus 4. Then you have to multiply that. How to remember the formula I tell you now? You multiply first 2. You multiply the first two terms with the sign. That result should be multiplied by 2. Otherwise, you have to memorize the formula. A square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Clear? So, if you don't know that formula, very simple. Multiply these two. With the result, you have to multiply by 2. Then you multiply second and last term. Again multiply by into 2, then first and last. Clear? So first you have to multiply these two with the sign. Multiply the answer by 2. Then you have to multiply the second term and third term. Multiply the answer by 2. Then you multiply the first and the last term. Multiply by 2. Clear? I am telling you right. You please keep it in your mind. If you don't know the formula, if you find difficult to memorize the formula, please do it like this. First you multiply these two terms, first two terms with the sign. Multiply that answer by 2 table. Then you have to multiply the second term and third term. Multiply with the 2 table. Again you multiply the first and last term. Again multiply with which table? 2 table. So I am going to do like this. Now you multiply plus into minus, minus. 4 2s are 8. You multiply by which table? 2 table. 8 2s are how much? 16. What are the variables are there? X, Y, that's all. Similarly, you have to multiply the second and the last one with the sign. Minus into 2, minus 4. Again, you have to multiply the answer by which table? 2 table. Minus 8, Y. Then you have to multiply the first and the last. 4 2s are 8. Multiply that answer by which table? 2. So, 8x plus 8x. Clear? So, this is the way of expand by using a plus b plus c the whole square. If you know the formula, you can apply. Suppose if you don't know the formula, you have to square all the 3 terms like this. Then you have to multiply first 2 term with a sign. Then multiply their answer by 2. Then you have to multiply the second and the last term with a sign. Multiply the answer by again 2. Then first and last multiplied, and that answer should be multiplied by what? 2. But I wrote only 8. So what will come here? 16x. Then you have to transfer. You multiply 20 into the bracket. 20x square, 40x plus 20 plus 20y square plus 80y plus 80. Clear? So don't put square root because we are squaring. Be careful by using that formulas. Is equal to transfer minus 16x square minus 4y square minus 4 plus 16xy plus 8y minus 16x is equal to 0. Now you have to simplify the like terms. 20x square minus 16x square. So what will be the answer? 4x square. 20y square minus this one plus 16y square. Clear? So this will be gets over. The next one, x minus 16x, here 40x plus 40. So subtract, what will be the answer? Plus 24x. This is gets over. Next you have to see that y. 80y plus 8y, that is 88y gets over. Then we have only 16xy. Then you have to see the constants alone. Minus 4 plus 20, is there any 80? So 100, 100 minus 4, it is plus 96 is equal to 0. That's all. You can write 16x in the middle of these two. So nothing wrong even if you write as it is. Just you have to write in standard form of the pair of straight line format. Clear? So this is your answer for the equation of the parabola. It is exercise number 3.6, first one. You see that everything you check, because I did not get the book answers, and you please check it now. You will get different answers. In the book it is given 9x square plus 16y square plus 24xy plus 34x plus 112y plus 121 is equal to 0. It is given. But I got that different answers. So you have to check. We will check. Where is that exercise? X minus 2y plus 2, here x minus x plus 1, y plus 2 the whole square, expand x square plus, where is that, x square, 2ab, y, b square, this is 16 plus 4 is 20. So this is correct, but instead of that, what is it? Here I change the number to 3s2. So everything is correct, but at home you please replace this 2 by 3, then you can proceed as it is, you will get book answers. Clear? So I changed, in the place of 4x minus 3y is given in the book, but here I changed 2. Therefore, I got a different answer from the textbook, but you have to proceed the same with changing the number 2 as 3, because no other model is given based on this concept. So therefore, you have to now take this characteristics as 3y. So it is given in the textbook as 3y. You please take that what is given in the textbook 3 and proceed, you will get the book answer. Here you will not get book answer. The reason is, here I changed. That's what I am not able to get that book answer. So you have to check again, be careful by expand this one, square the first 3 terms, 16x square, 4y square plus 4. Then you multiply these two, 4 2s are 8, again multiply by 2, 16xy. Then multiply these two, 2 2s are 4, 4 into 2, 8 minus 8y, then multiply first 2, 4 2s are 8x, 8x into 2, 16x. Then you have to transfer all the term to the left side. Then you have to group the like terms and simplify, you will get answer. Clear? So here I changed, instead of 3y, I take 2, so I got different answer. But you have to do at home with 3y. Clear? So this is sum number 1, and we will see now sum number 2. So be careful. This I did for, my aim is to give one homework. There is no question is given in the textbook, so I took instead of 3 as 2, so I got different answers. That's what I mentioned with the book answers also. So you have to do with 3y what is given in the textbook and proceed and send through the WhatsApp. Yeah, thank you boys.